Well, this is Jared with Stampede Blue, and this is your Indianapolis Colts post-game wrap. So the Colts lost today at home to the Miami Dolphins, and the final score was 16-12. And a lot of people are going to point fingers again at Adam Vinatieri and say, "Hey, you missed an extra point, you missed a field goal, you got to go." But I assure you, there are not better kickers on the street right now because kicking has been the blight of the NFL this year. There have been some bright spots. There have been weeks Adam Vinatieri has won us games. Today was not one of those days. This was not his fault. The reality here is that if your defense only allows 16 points, you should win that game like 91% of the time. And when you do not, it's going to be one of those games when the Colts look back on their season, regardless of how it turns out, is look at a game like this and say, man, isn't that a black eye? Hopefully, if there's some soul searching to be done, it'll be prior to the next two games, because the next two games might just be the most important games of the rest of the season, being that the Colts play the Jags and Texans in their next two games. So, again, I'm really at a loss for words. The reality is this. If you think about how bad the quarterback play was today, and if your first inclination is to say, well, Brian Hoyer was awful, consider this. Brian Hoyer today was 18 for 39 for 204 yards with a touchdown and 3 interceptions, and was also sacked once. Ryan Fitzpatrick was 21 for 33 for 169 yards and an interception, and I believe he was sacked 3 times. So the Colts got great pressure on the quarterback. They forced turnovers. Darius Leonard had absolutely an incredible game. His stat line was something along the lines of 13 total tackles, 11 solo, 2 passes defended, an interception, a forced fumble. Really was all over the field all day making big plays. And the Colts just have no offensive flow. They have no go-to receiver. It was encouraging to see Brian Hoyer really go to the tight ends this week. Eric Ebron and Jack Doyle had big games and contributed 8 total catches, I think, for over 100 yards and a touchdown. But outside of that, Zach Pascal only had a couple catches and was probably blanketed in coverage. I'll have to go back and watch the tape. But yeah, the Colts are 5-4, about to play the Jags, who are 4-5 and just lost to the Texans in London on Thursday night, 26-3. So if there is anything encouraging about this loss, it's that bouncing back against the Jaguars is not nearly as much of an uphill battle as it appears, as the Jags are pretty terrible. But so are the Dolphins, right? So yeah, really disappointed all the way around. Could absolutely see maybe the Colts looking at Chad Kelly. I mean, hell, why not? If what you're going to get are interceptions and just a below average quarterback play, why not trot out the young one if Jacoby's not going to go? But I have a feeling Jacoby's going to come back next week probably. And the Colts just need to get healthier, right? Like, they're not the same on offense without T.Y. Hilton. Marlon Mack had 19 carries for 74 yards, so it would really be nice to see the Colts run the damn ball. Right? Do what you tell you're going to do. Today, 39 pass attempts, 29 rush attempts in a 4-point game just tells me that too frequently we're passing the football when we should be running. Because I think that's where we're better. And I think that's what the numbers told us to. And I'm sure if I'm saying it, then what do you think the Colts are thinking about their own? What do you think they think about their game today? We didn't run the damn ball like we said we were going to. So yeah, pretty disheartened. Not gonna lie. This has been Jared with Stampede Blue. This is your Indianapolis Colts post-game wrap. You can follow me on social media, Likely Alien on Instagram or Twitter. And everybody have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of the games. And we'll see you after next week's game, okay?